My name is Emily Wilkes. I'm the president of the Women in Management Student Organization, and we're hosting this event today. First, I want to thank you all so much for coming. We're really excited about your speaker series. We're really excited to have Monica with us today. Before I hand the mic over to her, just kidding, she already has a mic, but this is just a shameless plug to Eat Pizza. Please take as much as you want to take so long and take it all right? I'm going to read just a quick bio. Monica serves as the president of Montech Incorporated, which she established in 2011. Montech is an award-winning certified U.S. Small Business Administration, women-owned small business, and American Indian corporation that offers professional and technical support services for federal and state clients and commercial customers. You can find the rest of her bio on the sheets.
Anderson School of Management, Anderson and Women Council. So I am the immediate past chair, and when that building was going up, in fact, I remember signing a pillar for one of those beams, with my name on there, Monica, the logo on there, and it went up. And so our goal, so I know somewhere back in the corner, and that building is rated one of the most beautiful business schools across the country, even over Harvard, in case you guys don't know that. So I love those kind of cool things that are going on at Anderson. Of course, you've got great faculty here at Anderson. So before we get started in the back, what type of business?
A business who helps like handicapped people when there's like solutions for their different equipment that they have to use and better like accessibility and movability of how they transport and how they get around.
Okay, very good. Good. Congratulations, I like that idea. And so one more.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The whole idea of that entrepreneurial spirit is the most important part. So let me kind of roll back and tell you about the history of Monica and how Montech kind of evolved. Montech Incorporated, which is headquartered here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, is an award-winning firm. Started the company back in 2011. So let's go ahead and kind of talk about Montech. Go figure this. Montech, here's a little gal, me, Monica Jojola, born and raised in New Mexico. I'm from Isleta Pueblo, by the way, in case you all didn't know that. My folks are from Isleta Pueblo. Mom, grandma, grandpa, cousins, everyone is from the Pueblo of Isleta. I even went to Isleta Elementary School. So I remember it must have been 3rd or 4th grade. This is a true story. We had the Air Force visit Isleta Elementary School. So these fine people walk in, they have their beautiful suits on, they're all polished and pressed, they're in front of the room, and they called that little series that we had at Isleta Pueblo Flight 77. So it was 1977. So they called it Flight 77, and they stand in front of the room. They're little kids, we're 3rd graders, 4th graders, maybe even younger than that. So we hear Flight 77, they come in all polished, they give us a plane to walk away with at the end of the entire presentation, and I thought, I want in. I want in, I don't know what the heck they do, but I want in. Go figure that I kind of grow up into where I work with the government as a contractor. Most of my life has always been as a contractor, but I was an 18 or 19-year-old working at Kirtland Air Force Base as a student intern. It was in STEAM schools, is what they called them. We were a STEAM school, working in the summer months, and I was hooked. I thought, I want in, I want to do something with that. Get hired as a contractor, work for a tribal corporation called Chickasaw Nation Incorporated. So I'm getting my hands and my feet wet, not only running the program, but then I evolve into more of the program management side, more of the corporate side, where my CEO is sending me off to go do a presentation in DC, love it. CEO was sending me off to do another presentation in the Pentagon of the West, love it. Inside the Pentagon, love it. So I'm hooked. I know what I want to do. I know I love being in front of people. I love protocol. I love public affairs. I love selling great skills to the United States government. So go figure this. The U.S. government buys every type of service possible. From that pen on your table, to the chair you're sitting on, to a program manager, to a technical writer, to a presenter. They buy every skill possible. They buy every product possible. Guess what? The United States government also buys those types of services because there's symposiums, there's series, there's conferences, there's events, there's distinguished visitors. those type of things, they will buy your product and service, etc. So just a heads up about that, okay? Now let's go into Montech. This is Montech Incorporated. When I am saying Montech is award-winning, absolutely. When I started the company back in 2011, it was a little bedroom in my house, okay? Clicking away, and I'm hired as a consultant. Deputy program manager of that contract. Guess what? I was asked to become a deputy program manager of a contract. So I get assigned that, love it. So remember, I'm still operating as Montech. So my prime contractor hires me to become a deputy program manager for an Air Force activity under Montech. So now I'm because I want to start building revenue into Montech. Literally, people, as an entrepreneur, that's pretty much how it starts off. Is you don't take salary because I'm trying to build Montech into a company it is today. So kind of keep capturing all these consultant type of businesses. The next thing I learned and earned is he subcontracted the Air Force again, and now I'm hiring people. So now Monica, one person back in 2011, might have evolved into 5 people. So now you got 5 people on your payroll, you're excited about that, that's a whole year later, 5 people, I'll tell you about revenue and what that means. And you're pretty excited about that. A year later, guess what? Montech earns a Department of Defense security clearance, probably the highest security clearance for the company. It's known as FCL. That being said, you enter that as Montech. It's REDW, which is an accounting firm here in Albuquerque. They took the past 3 years of revenue for these businesses here in New Mexico, not Albuquerque, not a little pueblo, but in New Mexico, they take the past 3 years of revenue and do a percentage of your percentage growth. We had it over a 5 meeting that said, I remember meeting her, and she said, heck yeah, go out there and inspire that entrepreneurial spirit and go off and build that company, like she was talking about. Okay? So in a nutshell, this is who Montech is. Montech Incorporated is a woman-owned small business. We're SBA 8A certified. We're an American Indian corporation. We're headquartered here in Albuquerque. Have almost 100 employees across New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Ohio, Wisconsin, Missouri. We just got planted people all over the place. And we specialize, but I think that nice little, that Lisa handed out to you all kind of gives a really good profile of who you are. So, kind of hope one nice little idea in a 1-bedroom in your home and just kind of explode it. But what I want to share with you for the next couple of minutes here is that Montech is also a DOE, secure facility clear company. That's probably why we're kind of sweeping up most of the work here at Currently Air Force Base and Department of Energy, is because we would go off and build this company and say, hey, by the way, I'm going to start company ABC and we're starting next week. But what we did was we planted this sweet foundation. We put facility clearance in place. We got all the credentials regarding certifications. We planted it's like building a house. Foundation with 5 eyes. So don't be in such a hurry. Put it all together so well that it stands so darn well. Like a home, if we rush the foundation, we eventually crack. We're missing some things along the way. So in 2011, we let 11 go by, 12 go by. In running your business or starting a business, look into the AA program. If you are a female, if you're a minority, if you're a service disabled vet, any of those, you really should. You really should think about those type of programs. But wait a minute, guys. This doesn't mean that you can't apply into that program as well. If you've got any other type of, I don't want to say discriminators, anything, look at the criteria checklist in the SBA program. Remember, if you're incorporated in the domestic U.S. as a young male, with get the AA program in our back pocket, and now we're a company of choice for the government. Saying, check, who are they? Check. What else can they fulfill? Check. Oh, by the way, they have excellent CPARs. We'll go into that in a second here. And then exceptional past performance, that's CPARs. Just like you're taking your semester right now at university or your college courses. At the end of the semester, you get that great, A+, and A+. in this room. So you get that report card at the end of the semester or the semester grade. Well, that's kind of my grade. The government does grade you every semester, every year. You get a C card. It's a contractor performance report card. You can pretty much say. Without that, that's gold. It's almost like the instructor saying, yes, I highly recommend Amy Smith for that job because she was on time to my class, she met her deadlines, every report that we asked for, she always handed it in, and by the way, her criteria, that's my report card. And that's how the government advises over and over. You're not a risk factor for you when you're performing at that level. You are not a performer, you are not. So remember that. Montech, women-owned, American Indian, DOD, leadership possesses all the security clearances. We all have them in our back pocket or your wallets, low overhead G&A, etc. Let me go into that one piece here. You're probably wondering, well, how does Montech make money? Last week, Jessica and I spent the 3 days of 5 up in Denver. We brought on board 20 brand new employees up in Denver for the USGS, Geological Services. So here's something you can kind of write down. Ms. Lewis Jennifer needs her medical, dental, vision, short-term, long-term, all that good stuff that you deserve as an employee, and then overhead. Montech is down the street by Kerwin Air Force Base, and then G&A. I've got accountants, I've got lawyers, I've got bookkeepers, I've got people who are conducting business for Montech right now, and there's this nice little word known as F. And it's not FOG, but it's known as fee. We live by the FAR. We're a federal government contractor like myself, and fee is protected by the FAR, the Federal Acquisition Regulation that says you are entitled to a profit. So I add my fee on top of that. So every month, that nice little $25 an hour employee no longer is worth $25 for my building with the federal government because I'm applying my FOG on top of that. So by the time you add all those pieces up and all those percentages up, that one little employee is now worth a couple $100 that I have got to charge the employee, the government. Because that's what Montech is, the 2019 fastest growing company of New Mexico based on revenue. Not based on popularity, we're popular, but it's based on actual, on books. Came in and checked out our past 3 years of revenue for Montech. Because we're an American Indian corporation, I always want to be in that category as well. 2019, top Mexico Native American company. 2017, we're also Small Business Contractor of the Year for USDA, which is Department of Agriculture. And that is because of our responsiveness. It's an IDIQ, which is indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity. It's task order driven. When they hand over a task order and says, I need 2 facilitators, make sure that the contractors have that as well. Every single day is an adventure because not every single hour is the same. In the morning hours, I kicked off this morning recruiting people for Air Force and another Air Force. I will wrap up the day recruiting for USGS up in Denver. I will wrap up the day probably talking to brokers regarding healthcare. Every hour is so darn different. I love it. So, Jennifer Wiggins and I know each other from Chickasaw days. Jennifer, I remember, Jennifer, you were Department of Interior, I was already doing corporate work type of thing. I think that type of footprint in the ground, working with nuclear weapons or any of that, just takes you on to your next big step. And that's important. That's important to gain the experience. Somewhere along the way, someone said, that little gal, Monica, probably we could send her off and go off and do the job. By the way, when your CEO, your president, your CFO, your program manager, someone said, hey, listen, I need someone to go off and kind of study this particular program and get a paper to me by next week. And no hands are going up in the air. Well, your hand is raising up in the air saying, hey, I'll do it. I'll go research that and I'll write a paper on that. If you're the person raising your hand in the air, when your program manager, your supervisor asks for something special to be done, and your hand is going up, guess what's going to happen? Those are the people who are going to become the CEO. If you are flipping burgers right now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's honest work or honest living, absolutely. If you are that person, toss it back to you guys here for a second. Earlier I mentioned that Flight 77, good old Pat, Where do you all see yourself fitting in this particular environment? I like someone to kind of raise your hand and say, hey, you know what, I like the IT environment, or I like the admin environment, I like just anyone. Is any of your environment right now, or your studies, or your work, having to fall anywhere in this? Okay, you're head shaking.
Public affairs.
Public affairs. Okay, tell me about that.
So I'm currently working as the chief of staff for the graduate student government, and a lot of that is just managing people's concerns and what they want to see improved. So having a desire, being focused, I find it really rewarding.
Very good, I love that. So did you all hear that? So even that little piece, that's not a little piece, it's a very important piece for your organization. It's going to lead off to bigger and better get started. We started off in general business support services in the corner pocket there. Here's a lesson learned, and you can write anything down. So if Montech started with business support services, and we have all these admin people, there's 5 here, there's 5 here, there's 2 here, there's 1 here. Listen to this. As years went by, we realized that higher profit margins, maybe perhaps like training and instructional design, or scientific management, or IT services. So we had all these admin people kind of floating around, and we realized that the profit margins were sweeter in the IT environment or the scientific management environment. So we thought, why aren't we buying more of those people? Why aren't we hiring more of those people? Or why aren't we competing for more of those contracts if we only have higher profit margins? Lesson learned. So we ended up going for more IT, admin, clerks, business support people, to more IT managers, system administrators, graphic designers, programmers, web-based, web developers, those type of labor categories that were more expensive, $200, and I'm building at the admin labor category, and it's $100 or so. But it cost me just as much to keep this one individual employee versus this one individual employee. What do you think I'm going to lean toward? However, so those are the things. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So if you're thinking, hey, listen, I want to start this organization, I want to start a company where it's disability and those types of support services, kind of compare and do a market analysis on some of those categories that are more expensive. And again, it's not all about the human dollar. It's not all about the dollar. Rewarding work every single day is very important. It's vital to our livelihood and our being just good people in this community. But it is a contributor to how fast and how sweet and how smart we want this company to grow. Okay, so that's something important to take into consideration. Okay, so keep that in mind. Here's a sample of the type of labor categories that we have. We hire everything from basic data entry clerk to the program manager to the system admin to the communication specialist to the engineers to the attorneys. Attorneys. We have this one contract with the Department of Energy here at for National Nuclear Security Administration, where it's utility management support services. That contract requires us to hire attorneys, program managers, statisticians, and they go out there and they analyze all the rate cases across the U.S. with DOE and NSA. So our labor categories are just a whole bunch of great, talented people out there who have the talent, the education, and the experience that they want us to hire. Okay? So this is a snapshot of the type of labor categories that we do have. Okay? Here's kind of, in a nutshell, who we are as far as our contact information, and I'd like to get a little bit more feel from you all as well. By the way, our color and our PMI colors are more peanut butter. I think the screens are kind of green here, but so please, if you have an opportunity to go out and visit montech-inc.com, please do that. Okay? I'm on LinkedIn as well, so if you want to kind of meet me, I am looking right now for 2 admin people for nuclear weapons and JTO program. I am looking for Denver IT people. So we do have open positions open right now. I am willing to sponsor smart, talented, hearable Anderson students. I'm a fan of Anderson. I'm going to put Anderson in the forefront because they hire and graduate champions. I got to admit, I've got several champions who are from Anderson. And then I'll think about the other stuff. But I'm telling you, Anderson is a man by the name of Mr. Edward Molina, and he is from Sierra Vista, Arizona. President, CEO of a company called Intelligence Communications and Engineering. By the way, Sierra Vista is called Pentagon in the West because that's where the 4.2 is. So I met him about 10, 12 years ago. Liked his integrity, very professional, very easy to work with. Liked all that good stuff. Kept the relationship, the business relationship intact, all that good stuff. Go figure. One day I thought, you know, if there's anyone I want to play with, anyone I want to partner with, anyone I want to team up with, it's that company. I like what they do. I like the way they're set up. I think those people are good people. In 2018, we kind of put together all our forces together. I'm admin, I'm energy, I'm interior, all that good stuff, and they're all DOD. Oh, the DOD. Go to DOD. So we kind of put this all together, kind of meshed it all together, and formulated this company called Pueblo Vista Joint Venture. I believe we're online right now, and we could kind of flip to that, but let's see. Yeah, but we can at the end.
Okay.
But just for food for thought, it's called Pueblo Vista Joint Venture, and we'll kind of put up that website as well in a couple of minutes. But Pueblo Vista Joint Venture is the collaboration of two Managemenet, and now I want to go off and sell it. And then she says, but you know what? I don't have any positions on board. I am looking for pediatrics, I am looking for podiatry, I am looking for clinical health, I am looking for, we can't be everything. I can't be everything, Montech can't be everything, but if you put yourself together with other partners in the room, or other partners that you have met along the way, those amazing things can happen at Pueblo Vista Joint Venture. Okay, keep that in mind. So I know you've got that entrepreneurial spirit. Have you already started a business?
My family has an electronic security company, and then I have
Okay. So those type of things, collaborating with other smart people who are well put together, just don't go to team up with anyone. Just don't go partner with anyone. Smart, good people, not only on paper and in the books, but you feel like, you know, we've been friends since college days. Like her, like him, they were always good. Man, he's smart. Or man, she's smart. Those are the people you really should be teaming up with. So if you're not fulfilling 100% of the effort that you're wanting to go for, you're wanting to start that IT company or that, whatever the case might be, go off and team up with someone that you know who can. Okay? Go off and team and partner. It's almost like a class project, you know, the semester, the instructor says, hey, by the way, I want you all to go ahead and formulate, bring back to me your entrepreneur idea, give me the methodology, what is it going to cost? So then you all run off and you build this program together the entire semester, you come back and put it on the table, and the instructor kind of critiques it. It's kind of the same thing in real life. It's kind of the truth, that's kind of what we do. We go off, write a technical proposal, put a few players on the table, we put the cost in there, we submit it over, we present it. So when you're off to go to be hired at Sandia Labs, I'm going to see Sandia, you pick Sandia over Montech. By the way, from Sandia they go off and work at Montech. Go figure that, you realize that. Hey, you know what, I never thought about the contractor end. So you go off and do that, and you think Sandia Labs may be your next area of interest. Everything you're doing right now as a college student, whether it's graduate or undergraduate level, matters. Because I don't know how many times I have had to say, come on in, Ms. Pauline Smith, let's go ahead and interview you. And we go through the gate, and then my security officer said, can't bring her in. The security clearance will not work. We run every single employee, so if Sandia is in your projection, Kirtland is in your projection, Energy is in your projection, Department of Transportation or Health or any of those are, just be careful with the way we are at fantastic, fun students enjoying college days, because right now matters tomorrow. Pick and choose, you know how you say you can't pick your family, but you can certainly pick your friends or choose your friends, absolutely you're screwed. Okay? As much as I would love to say, you know, plan, you can plan for everything from Montech Incorporated and Pueblo Vista Joint Venture, but I think my big takeaway is this, is that you can't plan for everything. You know, human and family factors nowadays, by the end of the week, it's 60, 65 hours. The entrepreneur, by the way, does do that. You can't help but click on your computers and it's Saturday, and you're still feeling late. Because you're playing catch up from what happened Monday through Friday. Got to take care of yourself. So if it's eating or working out or any of that good stuff, your daily schedule, by 8 a.m. you're in class, you know that's scheduled, you plan that. By 8 p.m., you know you're going to meet a couple of friends that plan that schedule. And that little human creature that always seems to be roaming around here in these rooms says, hey, guess what, Monica, you're going to take a break for the next couple of weeks because I think it's those type of things. So I've learned to take better care of my health. I mean physically just be better with my health and be smarter and because it makes me even more meaningful and better at my job every single day. Okay, so those are just important factors to take away. I would love to hear from you all. I would like to hear your questions. I would like to hear dynamic young people. If there's young, other men, women, cousins, colleagues, aunties, someone you know who is interested to work with our company, I want to hear from them as well. And if you know they're clearable, I want to hear from them even better because I can put them in the shop faster than others. So let me open it up to the floor, and I'd like to hear your questions as well. Okay? Let me ask this young gal with a copper sweater. Are you a graduate student or an undergraduate student? What is your plan for the next? What are your thoughts?
I'm an undergraduate.
Okay, and you're studying marketing? And what do you foresee from the marketing program? What do you want to do?
I want to do
Okay, I like that. I like that. So are you interning right now, or are you meeting people in that industry?
I want to position for a job next year and then study a lot next year.
Okay, very good, good, good. So she had mentioned the whole internship program. If there's something I could certainly recommend, last year MSIT had 10 ambassadors. And I had mentored one ambassador here at Anderson School of Management, Trish Tar. In case anybody knows the graduate program, Trish graduated last May. And so she came to my office, we met, we go out and have coffee, I would mentor her, what's going on this semester, etc. But here's something that I did do for Trish. So I said, Trish, got a morning breakfast, you're coming with me. Okay, I'll be there. Hey Trish, I got a luncheon. You want to come? Yeah, I'll be there. Hey Trish, we got dinner function. You want to come? Yes, absolutely. You wouldn't believe when you're out there handshaking, marketing yourself, everything. You meet Jessica or Jennifer, this other Jennifer, any one of us, even me, everything is full circle. I almost guarantee you that we're going to probably find ourselves in the same space again in the next 12 months. Okay? Or 20 years. Exactly. Please do not hesitate to call me or dial me in and say, hey, I've got a question regarding this. How do I get certified, or how do I move in that right direction, or what do you think about this? Here's one website, and I think did anybody take sam.com, or is it their website?
It's not MBOK, so it's beta.sam.gov.
Okay, so it's beta.sam.gov. Correct. So write this link down, beta.sam.gov. So you write beta.sam.gov. That's it, public website, where the government tells everything. So the young lady wants to start off her business and says, well, let me just do a search. Because when I was at a big, huge company out there, and we were all working with Chickasaw, I saw small firms walking through the door. Small firms walking through the door, and I sat across from them, and I could see a winning company like that. And I could see some of those companies that were struggling. Like, oh my gosh, I really like them, but guess what? They don't have this, this, this. So when you go up and you master bigger companies, the larger companies, you learn from other people, and you go back and build your own criteria. You say, oh, I love what they did for marketing. They have branding power like you can't believe. Oh my gosh, when they hired their people, they did this. Oh my goodness, when they went off and did it. So you learn those pieces. So to be in such a hurry, put that foundation down sweet. So critical, especially to be an entrepreneur. STEM, I want to kind of wrap it up on STEM. They said, oh, 101 article with you, can we come and meet with you? Absolutely. So they said, tell me about the industry that you belong in, you know, the percentage as far as men. And there's 10, 12 people around the room, there's one female. Everybody's talking about this flying this way, this flying this way, this going this way.
It's definitely females, and excuse the voice, I'm getting over a cold. But it's also hiring within our local pool. I'm also going to say that one of the things I've done in the career of STEM is stand up and basically a program there here. It is so important, especially working in the labs, like you were saying, make sure whatever decisions you make today aren't going to impact your employment tomorrow. That is very important. But also go ahead and get some experience, because I'm going to tell you different that I maybe went in thinking I liked and I didn't like it. I'm going to go try this. Do it. Get experience. So I would really encourage you to looking to get summer hires and summer help. It's a way for them to test drive you. It's a way for you to test drive them. Is that the environment you want to work in? So I really would encourage that, and as you continue your education and your career planning.
Okay, thank you. Jessica, did you want to add anything?
Absolutely. So all I can say in addition to that, just piggybacking off of the decisions you make now do impact what happens. If you do want to work for Air Force Research Laboratory, Department of Energy, those security clearances mean everything. So the choices you make today impact whether you are a clearable individual. And in regards to women in management,
Which was step right in and said, hey, by the way, we will absolutely give you line of credit. To this day, we have never had to tap into that line of credit. Montech Incorporated has always been standing on its own, of revenue after revenue after revenue every single year. So we have self-funded this multi-million-dollar firm. So that line of credit is still holding. So whenever we say, oh my gosh, today's the day, this is the day that we need to go and utilize it. We know where we need to go, we know who we can tap into, and they're always there to say, hey, what's going on with Montech this month? What's going on with them this year? But in our case, it's every month. I want to be with them, because when that great day comes and they say go up and hire a couple hundred people, you got to be ready for it. Okay? That's it. I'd like to hear from you. If you have any last minute questions, please let me know. Okay? What do you think? What do you think?
Very interesting. I noticed you mentioned 2 admin positions. So my question was just like, what does that entail?
Sure. So I'll tell you what, I have my card here. We've got job descriptions for every one of those. It is basically, there are 2 Air Force lines, all located here in Albuquerque. They're full-time and part-time, and right down the street. So we've often had, in fact, if anybody knows this gal, her name is Sarah Cole. She's actually in Anderson's too. You know Sarah? Sarah's our employee there at that particular shop. So Sarah does work for DOD for us, and then she comes to school. She's a graduate student in her first year. So if you'd like to learn more about it, we can send you the job description, here's our card, Jessica or I can send you an email back.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
Can you share some of the things that would hurt someone's clearance? I think sometimes people think it has to be a law-breaking offense or something. There are other things, right? Finance.
Well, yeah. So the clearance, it's known as the SF-86, Standard Form 86, about 176 pages of your background. All your neighbors, you've got 7 to 10 years, depending on where you kind of fit into this. Financials, if you have parking violations at UNM from 3 years ago that haven't been paid, it ain't happening. They're not clearable. It is, you took out a credit card your freshman year at UNM, and guess what? You forgot to pay it. And then even worse than that, not only did you forget, you just ignored it, thinking you remember you're a citizen in the city and the state and etc. Financials is number 1. Your criminal, mysteries, stories, that. If there's any of that type of background, you're not criminal. Just ensuring you're also on that wanted somewhere in the domestic U.S. somewhere in Florida, and that comes back to haunt you. Those pieces are so darn critical. So we have contracts that are NACI, which are National Agency Check Inquiries, We have some of those that are secret clearances, we have top secret clearances, Q clearances, L clearances, but they all revolve around SF-86. Okay, so it's an actual term, you can look on Google, SF-86, and it'll kind of give you a 1.5 page of like, hey, this is what we're looking for, please be honest. By the way, honesty is the biggest contributor to any employer, any colleague, any friend, any spouse, any husband, any wife, honesty is number one. So what happens is, we hired someone, put them on board, they went down the street, and they forgot to mention something. Guess what? The government came back with the confines of what we're trying to do. Okay? So remember that. Yeah, I know. I have a 19-year-old who's here at UNM, and believe me, I always showed her that SF-86, like, Gavin, just be careful. I mean, you're during college. Just remember all these things. Every employer is looking for those type of things. Okay? Anything else, anyone? I want to hear from these two young people over here at the end of the table. What are you all thinking? The young man.
I just have to say, I was, how do you get started exactly with like government type of
Okay. Sure. So here's something really interesting. Okay. And it's going back, and I want to be respectful. We've got a couple minutes, and I'll answer that question. Remember Jennifer was saying about experience? So I remember doing a presentation a few years back, and because my industry is more in the federal government sector, you know, at that point it was like 15, 16 years into CNI, 15 years, and so you learn to master that extreme skill of winning a contract, meeting the clients, earning the credentials, being certified. Yeah, I walked away from an executive level position knowing I was going to succeed in this market, not because I wanted to fail. I walked away because I wanted to win. So this area, the government area, I learned it very well. I was able to play in the program management end, the corporate end, all those pieces that by the time I walked out, you kind of knew what you were doing. You kind of knew like, okay, I better go off and visit with the folks at SBA, better go off and say hello to Stacy, better go off and exactly, you learn who you should be talking to. You learn about putting those pieces together very well. Experience is so darn critical. So I love the fact that she is running this graduate program, the student, the WIM program. That's important because those are all wonderful things to put on your resume when it's time to go off and get your next job. So even if you are taking a 10-hour-a-week internship, think about that, okay? So a lot of it was experience just from where I came from, okay? I think that just pretty much concludes our time. Lisa, unless you've got anything else you want to.
Thank you so much for being
Of course.
here.
I've got some mugs here. Jessica, you have pens. Whoever first comes first served, go for it. Okay? Thank you guys.
Thank you, Monica. Beforehand. If you are interested in women in management, you can stick around for a second. We're going to have a quick meeting about future meetings and events. So thank you all for being here. And if you didn't sign in, please sign in over here on this table. Thank you. It's so great to meet you.
Are you all
It was just she was asking for like we have a back here. I was just thinking, I lead a meeting right now. Just work on and pretty much we're revamping our organization. Email me if you have any questions. I'm trying to